Alright, welcome to week 3 of my lettuce grow. The only thing we did differently this week is we increased the amount of hours. I was out of town for about 4 days, so my wife hopefully went from 13 to 15 hours. The funny part is I don't know if the extra hours of sunlight actually, or LED light, actually helped with the growth or not, or whether they would have done just as well with the 13. Because as we get more leaves and they get bigger, they're doing more photosynthesis and they've really gone. So I don't know which it's attributable, but I'm happy with the result either way, and I can't wait to see the next week. But I mean, look at the size difference between last week and this week, and the color on the fifth one here is just, I love the color. It's absolutely beautiful. Come here. And I'm going to go and pick this up and show what the roots look like. It's, like I said, it's suspended in the solution. And oh man, do we have a long root. Check that out. So that set of roots growing out of the bottom of the cup. I mean, those roots are huge. And we'll put it back in there. And the others are very similar. You can see them suspended down in the solution. Again, it's just a tub with 3-inch holes with the baskets with 5 different types of lettuce drilled into it with a solution of water and liquid fertilizer. And it's cat approved. Welcome back. These are my Swiss chard. They're 2 different plantings, so this one's further along than the one on the right. They're starting to come in real well. We've got the 2 true leaves coming in, and then we've got an extra set in there. We've got the other 2 coming into this one, so they're both doing great. The base stem is thickened, and the root, as you can see, is starting to develop. There's a couple more starting to come out the bottom, so it's going down into the nutrient solution, which is actually about right here. And when we get down here, I'll start worrying about refilling it to a certain point. So anyway, the ruby red Swiss chard's starting to look great, and it's really starting to take off. Excited. Alright, here we are with the Vate's Blue Scotch Curled Kale. I got it originally to grow as a microgreen, so there's a bunch of seeds in here. The microgreens worked great. My only complaint was it seemed like a waste of a perfectly good seed versus what you could get off of a kale plant. So I went and took one of those, put them in here, and it took a long time to get past these 2 leaves, but now we're starting to grow these other 2, and there's another set coming in there. But it's starting to develop nicely, and a root sticking out the bottom with another one coming down into the solution, which is about right here. And it's starting to do great. I can't wait to see it come out. I'm also hoping that it gets some blue color, because right now we're a solid green, so see what happens. Hello, in a testimonial to Size Matters, we've got our lemon cucumber here, which is starting to, it got the extra leaf, and now it's starting to put out some more there. And its root, as you can see, it's beautiful, and there's another one starting to grow out into the solution. At some point when it starts getting bigger, we're going to have to suspend the thing up in the air so it doesn't fall over. Got our bell pepper. It's starting to go here. We've got the 2 extra leaves starting to come in right here. And it wasn't planted too long ago. And we're in the solution, so there's no real root sticking out the bottom yet, but the plant's doing just fine because it's getting up through the cube. And finally, the slowest growing thing I've ever seen, which is funny because it's supposed to be in the mint family, is the little catnip that I put in here. But we're doing good. We've got 2 new leaves right here, and we've got 2 small ones starting to come in, so it's starting to take off. If this works like the lettuce does, you should start to see some pretty good growth, I would think, by next week, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see how these go. I'm hoping the container sizes are appropriate. We'll find out. If not, I can always go to a bigger one. But for the time being, they are working. So that's my garden, week 3. Granted, these are on different time schedules, but the lettuce is on the 3rd week. I think it could have been a little more productive if we'd gone with a little longer light at the beginning. But we'll go ahead and run it for 15 hours this week and see what it looks like at the end of next week. And I'm really excited to see these grow as well. So thank you for joining me.